Starting.
Okay, since
It's live.
It's live. It's the Blender Institute Weekly. Welcome everybody to yet another episode of this exciting weekly magazine. With today we have the awesome guests Pablo Vasquez, Antonis Riakiotakis, we have Andy Goralczyk, woo! We have Sarah Laufer, Veldlaufer. Veldlaufer? Whatever. We have Mwah.
That's him.
Oh, that's him. Quality Jalmarsson. What's going to be?
It really worse.
No, I'm trying to forget. I forgot names.
Your name, Blackie.
Gabriel. Gabriel. The mother of Andy. What's her name?
Regina.
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 Oh, Regina. Regina Goralczyk.
Sorry,
Alicia. We have Nicholas. We have Lucas. We have Francesco and Manu and Matteo still waiting.
Yay!
And usually they give the hope a nice thing as a teleprompter to read everything. So I'm going to start now with Francesco.
He wants to say something.
yeah, before I leave, because I leave earlier.
You leave. Oh no.
Well,
You've been hired by Autour de Minuit.
no, actually, I think maybe if Gabriel can get the computer, we can show at the same time.
Do you want to see your face?
Well, no, I don't want to see my face, please.
There it is. That's how you look.
Like in the corner. Put me in the corner, like.
There. So, in your browser. Down. No. Blender Cloud, no. Blender 88.
Okay, so while we set up the web browser, so we would like to show you what Gabriel has been mostly working on, actually, because I have been busy with other things. So most of the credit goes to him for the last push on the work that has been done in the past 2 weeks. We have been trying to get the render farm to a state where we are happy with it and where it's able to take the different type of jobs and where it's able to take the load of work from the studio. And so yeah, that's what we've been designing, we've been developing, and especially Gabriel has been developing. And we have just pushed, we have just merged the development branch commits into the master, and we are going to call this a alpha release of the render farm. We are going to, in this moment, the repository is being mirrored on developer.blender.org. So it's going to be available there as well, besides the current origin that we have on GitHub. And
have a share from the picture.
And yeah, so basically we can give a quick look at how things are done for the moment. And we will provide like more information, documentation, and up-to-date website during the next week, because we didn't have a lot of time this week to wrap everything up. So, but at least it's to give you a preview of what is going to happen. So what, I don't know if everybody can see what we have on the screen.
In 3, 2, 1, done.
So this is, of course, our development environment. It's not a production environment, but we have changed a couple of things. We have simplified and removed a few things. You can see in the top right-hand corner, we see all the workers from the that are available in the network. And then if you click jobs, you are actually over there. Yeah. If you click on jobs, it should be loading jobs. And as you can see,
What? YouTube window there.
So this is, oh, is it like, anyway.
okay, so here you can see a bunch of information. The way this works is quite flexible, so you can actually handle different type of softwares. We are working primarily with Blender, so we are able to extract information about the estimated time remaining for a render job, or the average time that each frame takes, or the total time that the whole job takes. And if you click on details of a job, we have recently added a functionality that currently doesn't work because the screen is too small, probably. It's possible. So the main feature that I've been working on today doesn't work on tiny screens, apparently. Yeah, and that is basically meant to show you information about the job that is being rendered, because of course we have so much info that it wouldn't fit here. And then we have in the add job, it brings up the menu everybody knows of. This is work that Gabriel has been doing. And we have two types of jobs available at the moment that we can create. A simple job is like render a sequence of frames with Blender. And the other one, which is tiled, if you select it.
And downloading Chrome.
Yeah, it's okay. If you click on tiled, you see that things change slightly, but what this allows to do is it allows to render a single blend file, splitting tiles of that blend file over a number of nodes, and then the job combines everything back together so that the output is a full size composited frame. The interesting part is that we are actually able to do the compositing for these two, which is the tricky part. We will explain this better during the next week. But this is quite interesting because it allows to do fast renders on higher resolutions, which is what we need at the moment, basically. And then besides this, I mean, this, I don't know if is it going to work if we try it here? You think so?
Yeah, need to browse.
Wow. You can choose one whole blend file, and then yeah.
Need to select the manager.
Yeah.
And bam. And this should be here. Type here. It doesn't work.
Yeah.
Start it. Select and start.
You
need to refresh the page.
Yeah, because it's.
Now it's rendering.
Yeah.
The frame. So you can keep refreshing.
And it should be rendering.
Oh,
1 second remaining. Does it mean three nodes?
It's rendering the frame 3.
Frame 3.
Yeah, there is only one node available at the moment, so yeah.
Only one node.
That's not the phone then.
No, it's the.
It's a call.
Yeah.
It's a farmer.
It's the development version.
This is the development farm.
Yeah. Yeah. So besides like the settings, we don't really care about that. But basically, this is to show the main functionality of what we've been working with, and there is still lots to do. But I think it's quite a good foundation for the future months of work. And yeah, I would like to thank Gabriel for spending a lot of quality time on it and bringing it to this stage, because it would have been not possible otherwise. So yeah, and we also have a wait, there's more. The other day yesterday Manu was so kind to make a logo, an updated logo for us, so you can see a preview of that logo if Pablo can bring it up from Manu's folder, if he succeeds at it.
Let me try with something else.
Oh, wow.
It's a file with the dot though, so maybe that's not the right file.
Ah, yes. Yeah, that's
What?
It's a file that starts with dot, so maybe it's the
Ah, it
other.
wasn't on purpose?
Huh?
No, I don't think so.
Why there is a file
Should
with
we
dot?
rename it?
That's fine.
Isn't a zip file?
No,
I can check it later.
No, wait.
it's a 08 if I'm not mistaken. No?
No. I can see the zip file. Presentation. Here. Damn.
There.
Nice.
Yeah. So
Only 3 renders.
yeah, I can render it. It sums up how it works. It works a maximum with 3 nodes, and yeah, you need to run many instances to be efficient.
It's a fork and a spoon.
Yeah, exactly. You can search for endless hidden meanings in it. Yeah. We've been spending a lot of time thinking of it, like many months. Actually, it took so long because we were thinking of this logo for this long. Anyway, so I think this is it. Yeah, that's all.
You have a website, I thought.
Yeah, but we didn't put any up-to-date information, and nothing seems to work. So last minute is out of date, so there is no point. We will, like next week, we make like a more formal release without me having to be on a train in 10 minutes, which is less stressful.
Okay. Now tell everybody what are you going to do about it?
I'm going to the Louvre, I think.
The Louvre.
Yeah, and then
Make a selfie with the one now.
Yeah, no way they can.
yeah, I will like
What?
I will have to push all the people away. Get a very long selfie stick, a selfie pole.
I cannot take a picture because it's reflecting.
It will be there will be a big flare behind me. I will get two sticks, the selfie stick and then a stick to keep people away. And yeah,
Well, skip the Louvre.
yeah, and then
Go to the hotel.
Go on Monday.
yeah,
Yeah.
and
These sculptures, like 10 minutes of amazing. Wow.
yeah.
It's in a lovely garden.
Anyway,
Yeah.
that's for you.
Yeah.
Good.
Okay. But maybe then Gabriel can also show more in detail, like the part he's been working on, of course.
Okay, I thought that.
No, but I think it has to do with the screen. Like,
I think he will be happy to skip that. But I don't know. You want to show something, though?
No,
okay. Well,
Next week, we see more.
yeah, next week, totally. Okay.
Nicholas.
Get myself,
Yeah.
set up in the meantime.
So, hello, Internet. Nicholas is here for the last day. Tomorrow,
Last
he
time.
flies back to New York,
Yeah,
picking up his boring life in the
I
United States.
know.
I'm gonna
Oh, you're gonna use the.
see if I can do another little wrap up demo here.
Well, you know your way.
No, I don't. Yeah, you'll have to tell me what to click. I've forgotten everything.
Just don't close this window.
Don't close that window.
But
Cool.
Blender is behind the window, so it's even more complicated.
I just want this guy, I think.
But there we know.
Okay.
Making a special slow camera.
Yeah.
That was really
It's a little crane, you know. You need a latch for that.
How do I make that go on the thingy?
You go to
That window?
This window?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hover around here.
Hover around here.
Green.
Green.
Select Blender.
Select Blender.
That beautiful white.
And then I click
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
And that's it. Now you move your mouse over
Yeah,
here.
move my mouse over there. Cool. All right. So not too much new to show. I just sort of want to go over what the current state of things is. All of this is in the current branch cycles-ptex-49. So let's see. We've got our nice node set up. To add ptex, you can now select the base resolution when you are creating a layer instead of it just making something up. So, you can make a nice low res layer, stick that on there, get some texture paint going, or you can bump up to something much more detailed And now you can zoom in further. And let's see, you can also, if you want to work in a pipeline where you're just bringing in existing PTEX images, here is a sample one. Stick that in there. Now this is not editable, it's just pulling this pre-created file directly off of disk. Another thing that is now working is, so this is a file, again, created elsewhere, coming in. You can now use PTEX for bump. Dupe. So again, this is an external file created as a sample PTEX thing by Disney, not very high res or anything, but you know, works fine. And this one is actually, I've imported it directly as a PTEX layer. So if you were to go into text paint mode, throw it back in color, you could edit this, I hope. Yeah, you can edit it. Oh, I have a super slow debug build on here. Sorry about that. So yeah, if you edit this, then yeah. So that's all working as it should. Well, you can. I mean, you know, I'm just gonna exit. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so it's still a little bit slow, but it's getting faster. The other main thing that's changed this week is that the filtering across corners is more correct now. I don't think I have a good sample file to show that, but basically if you have, you know, corners of faces intersecting, whether it's a boundary or whether it's like 5 things coming together at a pole, it should all filter correctly now, both in the viewport and in cycles. And yeah, so after this, I'm going to go back to New York and hopefully continue working on it and get it finished for not this release, but the next release, which is what Ton Rosendale wanted. Yeah.
Because we want to have good quality code.
That's right.
Instead of everything we
Yeah.
buy.
I wanted to just, you know, go full speed ahead. Ton said,
No way.
slow down.
Nice quality. They are patient. They will be waiting 3 more months without any
Do
problem.
I smell some irony?
No, it's going to be great.
Look at it.
Yeah, I don't have, can just open my phone, there's not much.
Yeah, I think we need to see your face.
Yeah. Zoom in.
Oh, what happened?
Go check it, sit down.
There's it's just one small video. I don't have much. It's just a alembic cloth caching thingy. It's not interesting. It's just a cloth thing. You don't even see that it's cached.
Alembic.
It is interesting. Awesome.
Zo op een paallock.
Ooh.
That's it.
Play it again.
And what happened?
Nou, Alembic one.
Oh, yeah.
You have to believe that it's cached. So yeah.
Those cookie guys?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's Frank.
It can become Frank, yeah.
Or an elephant.
That's it.
It's the driving super.
There's not much else.
So what is happening here?
It's a cloth simulation that's read from an alembic file.
Read from an alembic file.
So
Cool.
basically just skin
Ah.
dragon and
Yeah, basically, yeah. It's just one vertex group that's
It's cached. It's cached. It's coming from an alembic file.
Yeah.
It's really interesting. You see it as a thing. Exactly. Yeah. Awesome.
But now Blender is industry standard.
Finally.
Finally.
A while.
Cool.
Yep.
That's it.
All right.
Next week, more Alembic news. And then we see particles.
Happiness. That's why.
Actually, look.
That's the particle.
Me?
You do that with me. He's doing that with me. But all game. I don't do anything.
Sorry. It goes there.
you can
You have to give that look to other people, then stuff will get done. That's the
I guess the big one, right?
But you have to make more
The
people
small
suffer.
and the big one.
Yeah, whatever. I think,
Yeah. I shuffled before.
the small one should be online. Should be on the. Is made for the cloud. So this week, I finished editing and doing the layout for the first 10 minutes of the movie, and I also did the shortlist with descriptions of everything, name of the files, in and out frames, which is already out of date because I already changed a lot of things today. So I have to redo it.
Make a shortlist because then you stop changing them.
Yeah, it actually bothered me to actually change stuff because I don't know where it is. So what you'll see is different from what we saw yesterday, right? We watched the movie yesterday, did we? Something like this. So this is just the edit of Frank and Victor scene when they meet and talk. I spent yesterday and today re-editing this scene, trying several other takes from the actors. I was struggling with another take, which is totally different. So the whole take is different. It's more energetic. It's more fast also. It was 30 seconds shorter and blah, blah, blah. I tried it. But the scene is somehow interesting, but it somehow also ruins the rest. So the whole beginning and then especially the tornado then feels uninteresting with this new take. Because so much is happening and something you lose the mystery feeling we had on the previous take, on the previous edit. So I went back to this and I just switched a few things, shortened a few things also to get the same dynamic. So it's 30 seconds less. It's almost the same amount of shots. I have to check, but I think I removed a few ones. So it's basically the same take that you saw previously, but it's an improved edit of it. And I also edit the actors on this one. So you'll see the actors and the layout and 3D layout will be on the upper left part of the frame. So it's a bit disturbing, but focus on the actor, that's better. So anytime.
We are ready.
Yep.
Of course we are ready. Sound.
Bali.
Why doesn't have a
Excuse me. Sir. Oh, come on. Have a moment, sir. I'm kind of in the middle of
Different
something
takes for
here.
Victor and Frank.
Frank. My name's Victor. Hi.
There's something wrong. I don't know what.
Shit.
The sound is out of sync.
This is Frank's.
You're so much more than just a sheep, aren't you?
Yeah.
I'll let you try with something
Oh,
else.
you know.
Yeah. But
Great escape.
What?
what?
An escape. Oh,
Okay, so you can stop it.
Stop.
No problem.
Sounded weird to me. Is this
And
a VLC player?
No. Scene into scenes with proxy files. Damn, rendered without proxy. There it goes. Something wrong.
now it's in sync.
I suspected it, and it's.
But it wasn't the sync, it was the audio and video. Totally different. It wasn't.
Okay,
So
but now it is, right?
you're an adventurer, Frank.
Oh, this one, yes.
Just like me. Alone.
Yeah, but why is that?
Huh?
It wasn't in the previous thing, so I don't know.
In the beginning?
Yeah.
Okay, people, it wasn't in the beginning, now it's fine.
Yeah, but I think it would switch again. But we'll see. That's it. Yeah.
Tell me, does one choose to be alone? No, one doesn't. One doesn't even choose to be a wolf. What does one?
Well, Mr. Hector,
Victor.
I don't know what you're on about, but I'm just a sheep minding its own business. And I suggest you do the same.
No, wait. Okay, just give me 1 minute of your precious time.
Precious time.
Yeah, just give me 1 minute. You would have 1 more minute, wouldn't you? Okay, half a minute. I knew it. You will not regret this. The adventures you will have, all the lives you ever wanted, all you've been missing. Here, this is the best product we have in store. Variable spin speed, excellent tumble performance in one handy device, squeaky clean.
Well, this better be good. Took me ages to tie that rope with my fucking boots.
No more need for hoops, Frank. No more cheapy business. Oh, time flies.
Wait. How does this thing work? How do I make it work?
No, you don't. I just turned it on for you.
And I can get, any life I want.
Yes, and more.
When can I go? Where can I go?
Pick you up. Don't worry. Just stay here in this exact place and don't move. Just wait.
That's it. Yep. Okay. So, except the beginning, which is very weird, the whole thing you saw is 30 seconds less than last time, and I think the ending works way better like this because Victor and Frank are separating way faster, so it's not 30 seconds less is here mostly. Like Victor runs away way faster and starts to adjust the tape sooner also. So I skipped lots of Frank waiting for something to happen. Just focus on the timer already and it's going. So I think that's better. So that's it. And it's 92 shot we have to do for the island in total. And the whole thing was 10 minutes and 15, what we saw yesterday, with the beginning of the jungle, and now it's 9:40, so it's 35 seconds less, something like this. So that's already good. That's it.
Second class rock. in the vacuum clipper staat.
Ja.
Als de short leest, ja, dan kan die macro het niet.
To bam!
Dat gaat best wel uit.
Ja.
Maar drowning.
Okay.
The guy with the loud voice.
Always.
Yeah.
Yeah, you might want to sit here
Yeah.
for people to understand you.
No chance. Just
Thank you for naming.
No.
Close.
but yeah, environment, lots of it. This is maybe already in the blog, but yeah. Actually, yeah, lots of coming on this assets in use.
I've
It's
seen the movie.
This is the design proposal for the asset browser, right? So everything should be nicely rendered.
coming
with
on.
shading, real time.
Hmm.
And you can click.
Oh, sounds good. Oh.
I thought that was the proposal.
No. But yeah, that sounds good. Well, yeah, that's all Andy's stuff, kinda. So yeah, we can.
How you write his last name.
And Andy made, of course, all the coming on this stuff as well. So yeah.
Do we have all that in common?
We had all that.
All of that.
Those are all the same rock, you know.
Just rotated.
Okay, move on.
Okay. Yeah. Move on. Next. Oh. Yeah, with different lighting. Right.
Same, but different lighting.
Yeah. Let's go. Next one. There is like 20 images. Apparently, this is just close up from the shots.
Look at that.
That's from the last. Well, and next, yeah, stones.
Pointiness.
Yes, the pointiness. That was nice. Got to make more tests.
Pointiness is the feature that Sergey gave us this week.
Yes.
It's
So the white outline is pointiness.
Yeah. The pointiness gives you this. Gives you the edges. Super cool.
Amazing. Who invented this?
Crazy Russian guy.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It's just
But
the
you-
opposite
but
of
somebody
curvature.
asked him to do it.
No, he asked us if it was interesting, and we said yes, give it to us.
Is it really? I
Yeah.
thought you guys asked him for
No,
it.
yeah, I asked him some months ago.
Yeah. Oh, you.
But he was here, yeah.
Yeah.
And he made an OSL, and OSL was low as hell, so he made it. As well, you have to show him something that works bad or is OSL.
Yeah.
And then he made it in C.
Cool.
Well, yeah, this was the. I just made it to make sense for myself how this thing actually goes, because what we link to the scenes are the groups, but what we edit in the assets are those instances. And yeah, lots of text, but it's mainly for my own memorizing of how to actually.
Oh, and with the batch rename, I don't.
Yeah, that's a nice invention. I think, yeah, there is many familiar developers who made this. But yeah, next one. Then was the logo, of course. Yeah, next. Then started the environment thing. There is like 10 images of these, so we can just go on. Yeah, there's the Andy's tree. And yeah.
Keeps looking better and better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This doesn't look like a picture of memory.
Not at all, because this uses only group instances.
Yeah,
That like renders them.
Wow.
yeah, and it cannot be animated.
Yeah.
So
It will be a shine. Oh shit! Now we got the problem.
No,
Yeah,
that's-
nothing.
That's
Damn.
That's all. That's still very happy rendering.
Still images is not a problem.
Yeah, still
Making,
Mhm.
making animation and simulation on top of it, that's is the problem.
that is.
Done.
But yeah, this can serve as a goal. What we could try to do with the particle instances, but that will not be easy.
How did you get the fog so nice?
And this fog.
What is the fog?
It's a sphere.
Sphere?
It's a volumetric sphere that uses the most expensive cycles rendering
Yeah.
possible. Well, actually, not in this one.
yeah,
We
not-
actually
yeah,
used
no.
a simple one that renders really fast.
Yeah, I used the symbol.
Yeah.
But it looks much better than a normal fog. Because cycles have fog.
Cycles,
Yes.
yeah, this type of.
This is volumetric.
This
It's
is
actual.
volumetric, yeah.
It's real
But
stuff.
this is only an emission shader, and there is a more expensive thing that our director forced me to use. It looks much better, of course, but it takes a lot more time to do.
Yeah.
But I'll show that.
Look at this, he loves it.
And yeah, then the last one. Yeah.
Ah!
These are like overnight renders. So there is.
Wow.
Ah, still more.
No.
More grass. Less undertime.
yes. That's what we want.
So how much render time is this? What?
You mean the poster?
This?
This, yeah.
Well, these are overnight renders, many hours, but
Night?
yeah, but
Forever and 20 minutes.
1 hour.
no.
Overnight.
One night.
Overnight.
Yeah,
I think this was like 4 hours.
yeah, probably.
I think it says it in the.
Yeah. In the left, top left corner, it says the render. It's okay.
No, you know why? Why the compositor?
We don't need.
Because the compositor removes the stamp. F12 comes with a stamp, and then if the compositor refreshes, then it goes away.
Oh,
Stamp.
Stop.
Oh,
Yeah.
That's cool.
Well,
Sometimes I hate this.
That's a bug.
Yeah.
Tell Antonis.
It should be like a render pass or something like
but yeah.
It can be added again.
Or metadata in the JPEG.
that.
JPEG metadata.
Check like 2000.
This looks good.
This is super cool.
So
Nice.
now we should have tears in his eyes.
Even.
Right? Little.
What a nice rope.
Yeah.
This kind of.
Yeah.
But we need more render time.
Yeah.
For the metric tear.
That's it. There are 2 videos.
Yes.
So like we split the first pass of the island into 2 sets. One is the first sequence.
Yes.
Spaghetti pizza.
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this can be a backup plan.
I love it.
This is exactly what we wanted.
Oh, was in Rome.
Look at them.
Wow.
Hair products for men.
Holy shit.
What is this?
Really?
Animated.
hair-shaped keys.
So why are the hairstyle keys moving?
Because it's handmade job. It's very. This is something we cannot also use. It's only.
So you sculpted, you made the
24
shape and you
seconds.
animate games.
I don't know, but yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
If we would do a stop motion movie, it would be perfect, right? Huh?
Yeah.
Exactly the stop motion feeling we wanted.
Yeah, that's a nice effect.
Have you disabled the rocket hair?
That when you kill the strands, they go to heaven. Super cool.
Yes, yeah, that is it.
The
Wow.
Ja, dat is wel.
I can't stop.
Cool.
Wow, dude.
Chill. The next person.
Regina.
Captain.
Hey there. Hey. So yeah, I got a little bit distracted today with looking at pictures of cats. So I'm gonna probably show up tomorrow and make up for it a bit. Yeah.
You could put pictures in the weekly photo.
Ooh, of cats.
Ah.
Then we would be here for hours. So yeah, so I did a little bit of the Frank sheep kind of pulling the rope and the branch, but I didn't have the rope when I was doing it, and I have two versions, one with the fur and one without it. This is actually a slightly older version. I did improve a bit after talking to Mathieu, the facials, so they're not 100% correct right now in that version. But you get the gist of it. Now, Juan Pablo did he rigged the rope, but I have to have a little chat with him regarding the rope. There's some stuff I want to change. I'm sorry, Juan Pablo, but it looked awesome though. It looked like there's a lot of cool stuff in it. So while I was waiting for the rope, I went back to the classic Victor going out of a washing machine shot and kept working with that one. That one is just a delight. He's a delightful skinny character with huge hands, and I mean there's a lot of stuff going on, and it's full body mechanics, full acting. What the hell is going on with the neck? Okay, I gotta what the what the hell was that? Okay. What the, I don't know what the hell is going on. Oh, I just updated okay, there must be something disabled that shouldn't be disabled. So yeah, I was kind of blending it together with my walk cycle thing, and then the shot ends. And you go, okay, ignore the stuff you're seeing. Next week it will look better. What the hell?
What do you see? What the hell?
The neck broke. The neck. There's some. Yeah.
The neck.
Well, yeah. Yeah. I'm assuming that one of the. Oh God! Because I copied the keyframes of that walk cycle, but I did that walk cycle way before he was finished, and I'm guessing there was a property that said something like, you know, the neck follows the head or something like that accidentally got flipped. So yeah, he looks weird right now, the neck. Anyway, yeah, just stop it, finish it, stop. It's horrible. I clicked the damn thing and then I walked over here. I didn't. Yeah, I know. I should. Okay. Yes. Clap. No, please. Doesn't feel deserved. Next. Yes.
Oh.
Next week. Next week.
Okay.
Yes, everything fun. Everything.
The whole movie.
Yeah.
Okay, so this week I worked on animating still Terra, and also worked a bit with Daniel, giving him feedback for the rig. The rig of Terra is pretty much final. It needs some tweaks, but apart from that, it's working quite nicely, which is awesome. So in my folder, there is, if you want, well,
There's evolution, flap, they don't have numbers.
oh, sorry, I forgot to put the numbers.
There's
First the images, just so I start with Terra, and I would like to show the rig
Flap?
for,
Or the other
yeah, that one is okay. It doesn't matter. Like just the little graphics I do, that's my way of communicating with Daniel and asking him for stuff. So just we wanted to, I wanted for Terra a nice way for the legs to be bendy automatically. So I explained to him more or less how we wanted the legs. That when we lift 1 foot, it automatically has a nice curve and that has well, a nice bendy behavior. So I did that. And I don't know if you can open in Daniel's folder the Terra rig thingy.
The blend.
The blend, yeah.
Will it blend?
So if you want, I can manipulate it because I know where this stuff is. Oh no! What?
No, I should blend the ring, stupid.
What?
It can't handle long path. It chops one part and it doesn't go. Instead of going to by server shared, it goes to server shared or server shared. It chops the first.
The drop thing.
Yeah. So you have to do my.
Oh, Thomas.
I looked at it, the Samba doesn't handle it very well. I looked at it, and it's some weird concatenation issue, but it's not easily solvable. I think it's I have to look at it again, but it's not easily solvable. Yeah, something like that.
So
The
here
path is
I'm.
weird or something like that.
Sorry.
Sorry.
No, sorry. So this is Daniel's work. I'm presenting Daniel before myself because it makes more sense. Since this, I had to remake some stuff on my animation because like the rig was updated. I was like losing things, but it was okay. So I would just. Oh, where are the layers? I just don't want to see that. So that's the final, well, almost final rig. So the behavior for the legs I was talking about was this. I will just
Simplify many.
yay. So now we have automatically this nice bendy stuff, and we have the bigger controllers here that always make sure that we have a nice curve. So the nice thing about that is that when we take her and we do like that, we already like have this this little resistance, which was kind of what she's about. That she's really like. So we will have nicely this behavior always. We also can rotate from here. Well, I will do it with that one. With that one. So here we can rotate, of course. We can also scale. Oh, we could scale. Oh, I think that's the thing. Oh yeah, we can scale it here. Able to scale it from here. So that's pretty nice. Now she's even bigger, but we can also make it smaller, which is awesome.
That's how she gets out of the rank.
Yeah, exactly. So at least for the legs, it's quite functional. I think we can do pretty much what we need with that. Here is working as a traditional IK. Oh, and I saw that it has bendy things here too. Yeah. I asked also for the wings because it was that we have a general controller for that. Then we have, well, all these controllers, like to bend it. The skinning is not yet, the weighting is not yet finished. It's here. We have to, well, Daniel has to still work on that, but we also have like nice controllers in the middle if we need to adjust and stuff. So we can do pretty much what we need. And for facials, now we have a nice nice sink, and also the smile, and also these ones are quite awesome for for general deformation and stuff like that. We also now have the squint, which I didn't have before. And And yeah, pretty much the blink, yeah. And this I found super useful, what he did, like be able to just rapidly hide parts of it. Oh, and we today I added the clock. So now we have the clock, yay! And did some waiting, but that's it, not important. So yeah, so that's for Daniel. So yeah. Okay. I don't want. I can just close it.
Yeah.
Oh no!
What have you
What
done?
did I do?
No. It's fine. You don't need to do anything.
Okay, where is my
You can close that.
cancel?
Yeah.
Okay, and I just go here and I go here, and I will just what you open it
VLC?
VLC.
Now drag it out there. You can double click here.
If I manage. So I did just a little and I just have to share it here.
Ah, yeah, sure. Sorry.
Share,
Yeah.
share.
If you want audio, you can
share.
unmute it.
Oh, it's muted.
Yeah, it's there. Click on the.
So that was at the beginning of the week, and that's the end of the week. I will show it full, but
I could get used to this.
I will also make one from the week before and the week before, so we really see all the evolution. But yeah, mainly adding details, animating the hands, doing the take of of Frank being afraid, adding little details to the wings of Terra and the movement of the antennas, and yeah. Yeah, you will see it. Okay, and I will now show the last one. So VLC, and
I could get used to this.
Start screen share. So yeah, what happens is Mathieu wanted a little wrap effect that when she disappears, he gets a bit sucked by the. So if you want to see, because it's funny. Just a little bit sucked.
Wow,
That's what happens to him.
Also something with that happens.
She blinks and
Blinks one time.
No, she just blinks and goes away. For her, it's nothing special. But yeah, he suffers a bit of. So yeah, that.
Show again.
I could get used to this.
You don't.
Oh, I see it.
So yeah, that's it for me.
Good.
See you all next week.
Bye.
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 I won't see you next week.
Aww.
It was very good to have you. Good luck
Great
with
being
the
here.
wrap up, and have a safe flight.
Thank you.
Yeah. Enjoy the weekend. Bye.
You're flying there? Andreas.
I just have a couple of images. I think you can just show the first one.
From
this
3
one.
Frank?
Yeah.
What? Screen space and occlusion and depth of field?
Oh my god.
Is that a viewport? Is that a render? That's a Blender
That's
internal,
very
right?
efficient way of working. Okay, so I think on Monday and Tuesday I sculpted the tree. I started with the tree that Frank hangs himself in, and I just quickly spent 1.5 hours on it, so not too much because it's only a background object. So you can just flip through those images, maybe. Like, yeah, that's just next. So, and after that, I did the branch, which is seen more in close-up. Yeah. Oh, you can just go through
Branch.
it. Yeah, right.
Blend.
I didn't order them. Sorry.
Okay.
So I did the branch. I didn't do the textures and the materials on it yet, but I'm gonna focus on that some other time, maybe. Right after that, I tried to render the shot that Hjalti was animating in. It's this one, yeah.
There's a
Yeah, you can actually open all the images there. I just quickly dumped all the images from the render farm in there. You can arrow key through them because it hasn't finished rendering, but you can see the shot in all its motion blurry, artifacty glory. So
a monster.
yeah, this is with Frank with the actual environment that Manu made and the actual animation. No shape keys on the fur, no simulation, missing images and all the things.
There's also a slight issue with the eyelashes are.
Oh yeah,
because they come down, but then when I do a squinty face, it renders and we don't see the eyes.
Yeah. So we either have to adjust in the rigging or just like whenever he squints, we can sort of flip the eyelids up maybe, but or we can just fix it in the general thing.
or get
Yeah.
open sample sir.
Okay, yeah, but you can see I rendered this intentionally with a lot of samples, so a lot means 200, but yeah, it has all the fog and everything. So one image takes like, I don't know, on the farm 16 minutes or so it's half the resolution. It will get longer, and I think this is done in 3 days. In 3 days, we'll see the finished thing. So yeah, it's not that long.
What are the render errors?
That's the motion blur screwing up.
Cycle blur or
The cycles built in deformation motion blur, yeah. I don't know. We have to see once the shot is finished rendering, then we can see what's going on. Yeah.
I don't trust the motion blur.
I also don't trust anything. Yeah. Yeah.
And not just about the glitches, because it's just doing shit that shouldn't be done. You know,
This is in the future.
Yeah, exactly.
What did you put in the background here?
This is Manu's set. So what I tried to say earlier was that we split the island set work into 2 parts. So Manu was doing the part where the sheep is in the beginning, so the tree, everything around the tree, the place where the sheep herd is at, and where the log gets dragged through until he reaches the cliff, and the cliff, that was my part. So I think you can see that in the next couple of images, maybe. I started dressing the cliff that...
Yeah, but I mean, in the end, we could get a lot of nice sphere renders if you can use the background plates for them.
Yeah, except that the field has to move, of course, in the wind.
I mean, this shot, so much blur.
You don't see that much. Yeah, you can actually fake something.
Blur.
Yeah.
But in this shot, that could be okay, right? It slows up so you can see.
Oh yeah, that's the previous one.
Yeah. Okay, so I started dressing the cliff. This is where Frank meets Victor. So this is actually a paint over that I asked Mathieu to make. This is the original. So this is kind of how we try to communicate the mood. Maybe you can say something about it, but there's... Yeah. So yeah, we're trying to find the right look for this.
This is the paint over.
This is the real, and the next one is the paint over. Yeah, this is the paint over. So adding more contrast, adding the ground fog, changing the sky. And
what did you do with the sky? You added a texture or just brightening?
Yeah, no, it's just brightening. Just painted contrast, basically.
Yeah. So, but that's also my goal, to give you enough contrast ratio, like, so you can even add more contrast in post.
Great.
Okay, so the next one, I added more further detail to the cliff. So more grass, more of Manu's assets that he made. In the next one, Mathieu asked to have Victor in the shot. So I rendered overnight, I rendered Victor and Frank, and no log, obviously. And this, so this scene was already getting a huge problem. I tried to render that last night, actually, and it crashed. So this is actually all with subsurf level 1. It crashed because my computer ran out of memory, and the swap space was also not enough. So it just couldn't render it. So I decided to quit. And yeah, that's because we currently have to use the particle instance modifier for the grass, which turns everything into one mesh. And that, of course, is not memory friendly. So that goes boom.
Wow, you only have 16.
Yeah, I only have 16, but the farm also has only 16 gigs of memory. You should be able to render that in 16 gigs, right? 12. The farm
Even
only has
12.
12. What?
Huge mesh with that level of detail.
Yeah.
Not the way to do it.
Yeah. So we have to find a way to work with that, but we'll find out on Monday. The next one was also another paint over. Mathieu just tried to describe the feeling like you wanted with the ground fog, and something that is actually more expensive to render, which is actually scattering in the volumetrics.
Bam.
So bam, yeah.
A paint over node in the compositing, and we need to render it.
So we just hire our director to paint over every single frame. Awesome, yeah.
Since it's only handled footage.
Okay, so we wanted more. He wanted more fog that interacts with the light, because the first stuff I made was to render fast. So I just used the emission node, and later, and in the next one after that, I think, I added the fog that adds a lot of noise in the rendering and takes a lot of time. So this is volumetric scattering and absorption, which adds beautiful noise everywhere. This took 1 hour to render. Actually, no, this is not 1 hour to render. This is like half an hour or so, because this is all the just homogeneous fog. But is that the right way to say it? Yeah. And and this is the thing that takes more time to render, but also is more pretty, which is ground fog and stuff. But that uses a non-homogeneous volume with a texture that maps to the intensity of the fog on the ground. So that takes a lot of time to render. This is like 1 hour on my system for 75% HD on 600 samples. So even after 600 samples, you don't get a clear render, which means that you have to probably pump it up to 2000. Yeah, that's the last thing I made. So that's a different perspective, even more fog and even more plants and stuff.
But should the fog have clouds?
Yeah, it should.
Because the one if it's paint over is feeling like a little cloud.
Yeah, of course you want that
Right?
stuff. You want everything, all the nice details and stuff, and moving and everything. Yeah. For the people who cannot see it, Tom is right now making
But if
a
you make
strange
lots of
face.
fog, you don't see the glass anymore.
Yeah, then we just, yeah, sure.
That's the benefit.
More fog, less
You don't see
grass.
grass here? You don't see it?
To do this.
There's 1 or 2 pieces of grass.
But nobody looks at the glass, everybody looks at the
On such a shot, if it moves, I think everybody will watch the grass. Fortunately for us.
Yeah. So in that, I just Mathieu just asked for render Victor in that setting with no change of lighting. So just to see how it turns out, and it actually, like here, as you can see, it blows up quite a bit, but that's a projector.
Yeah, actually it looks.
Yeah, on the screen it looks okay. It's a bit too bright, and I would adjust the lighting for it. But
horrible.
yeah,
Yeah,
but the actual scene, I mean, needs some adjustment to render it from that perspective, but I think it will go fine. So yeah.
Yeah, the projector is on show in screenshots. But in person it will be fine.
So yeah, also, of course, this one takes 1 hour to render, but that's because I didn't switch off any of the expensive scattering settings. Yeah, I think that's it.
Is Blender internal?
Blender internal is the one.
Eternal. That's much like yeah.
Yeah.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
That's very nice. But you only have more problems.
Lots of problems, yeah.
But that's awesome.
It will be
Well, that's-
mind-blowingly beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Wonderful.
But if that would be easy.
Yeah, everyone would make movies, yeah. And we don't want that.
To make it live action.
Can I-
You want to try live?
Yeah,
to them.
we're going to solve all
And
the
then
problems.
backup.
Yeah, exactly.
Brave. With Frank?
Yep.
Awesome.
Oh, Gooseberry should have it. I think so.
No, it's Gooseberry, but click.
Oh, my God.
I know. Click.
I know.
Yeah. So,
What are we going to have to do? Anthony.
So what I did this week, we had I began looking into widgets and seeing how we can improve the system. We thought about having widgets inside the scene, the 3D scene, somehow, and I ended up thinking that it's not possible right now to do it easily. So I stopped doing widgets and I moved on to viewports. So I merged the compositing things that we had on Gooseberry, the ambient occlusion and the depth of field. I'm into master. And yeah, I'm refining things. And also when Sergey did his pickiness, pointiness, yes, sorry. Pointiness commit, I got jealous, and Andy made a comment about how it would be nice to have a cavity effect on painting, and that's what I did. I'm going to demo it really quickly, so I'm going to have a Suzanne. Where is Suzanne? All right, there she is. Okay, and we focus on her, and we go to texture paint really quick. All right, and let me add a subsurface modifier as well. Okay, so if I try to paint on it, it's just like that. But if we want to paint on the cavities, then we just go to options, and right here we have this brand new option. And as soon as I enable it, wait a minute, should get something like that. Maybe you can see it on the ear better, and here, yeah. And it's too slow.
What's the delay?
Yeah, I don't know. It's maybe the debug builder, so I'm not sure. No, it doesn't really sample the back buffer here. But yeah, if it was faster, you would have been able to see it. Basically, you can see it even now. Let me. Okay, so I routed to shadeless so you can see it better. So that's how it looks like. Mm-hmm.
And you can control it with a curve.
Yeah, of course. So, so this is from 0.5 on. It's positive cavity, and from 0.5 and there it's negative cavity. So if I want to paint only the cavities, then I just go here and make it like that, or whatever shape I want to, and then if you paint, you just paint in the cavities. So yeah, so that's how it works. And so we have cavity, we have pointiness, we have ambient occlusion. It's the new cavity release for Blender. So yeah, and most of the other time I've been looking at making viewport nicer. Today I spent some time trying to merge the viewport branch to bring it up to date. Slowly going on with that, and that's all.
The whole internet loves you this week.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Thank you, thank you.
Okay, I think it's my turn.
You're the last.
I'm the last. Nick. Well, I don't know why I'm opening Blender. So this week, surprise, I mean, you working on Tara again. So let me share the screen. Not take a picture, not a capture. Yeah. Please, thank you very much. Even more there.
Which light is okay? The color?
Yeah. It's fine. No, it's actually pretty okay. Just imagine a bit more saturated, like if more. No. It's okay. I think it's okay. I think it's okay.
No, don't. It will explode.
You will explode in your face. So yeah, this week we well, actually last week, working on, and the previous weeks working on Tara alone by itself was pretty hard because it's a very special character. It's very tiny. It's just a newborn, so you have to show that. It's an insect. It's very small, 10 centimeters or less. No, actually more. But it needs to show that it's actually transparent, translucent, and all that. So making that work on a simple file is super hard. So just to fix that or to make it easier, Ton suggested that we can, on the dailies, because we have dailies now, it's awesome. Suggested that we could put them on an environment and just make it a bit more, try to make it work. And yes, it's super different. One shader, well, here I just kept doing the same thing as always, just playing with the legs when I get bored. And then, then I try to make this the shader work better with this environment and everything. So this is not too big. Manu asked me for a bigger render, so I made a new one. So then I focus on the legs for real. And the legs are very little and thin, so it was a good example for me to test the translucency. This is actually a shader we took from, Andy, remember this person, I forgot the name, but the author of this node setup coming from Blender Artist, which I forgot his name, sorry, but the name of the author is on the group of nodes in the blend file as a thank you. I should put the name somewhere else. So we tweaked a little bit of the shader, but basically this is some sort of fake translucency, fake SSS, so surface scattering. So with some tweaks, you can make it sort of look like a bit insect-y, which is pretty close to what we were looking, which is very nice. After 4 weeks on this character, it feels nice to finally make it look something like this. Again, this looks nice in this environment with black background, but then when you put it on an actual scene, then I put it somewhere else in the character. But then when you take this shader into this scene, it looks totally different. The lighting was playing tricks with me, and some render settings were also being a bit tricky. So I didn't like this at all. It's the car paint effect, and I didn't like it, so I wanted more like this. So I started playing with the lights, and then same shader, I didn't change, I should save this, put it here, same shader, nothing changed except the lightings and some render settings, and it looks totally different. Same, this render with the little specular and this render with huge specular is the same shader, but just different lighting. You just move the lights around and it looks...
lighting for the forest
would be great for the bottom,
really
yeah.
Inside, like, keep that somewhere, because it's awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, save it.
It's in, it's bumped actually. It's on the farm, so it should be there. Yeah.
Absolutely the mood.
For the bottom, yeah. A bit more pink perhaps, but yes. With big, nice anamorphic bokeh from Dalai, who wrote a book. I don't know if you know, but he wrote a book. So yeah, I was so excited to finally find something that works. Not in every lighting, as you can see, that I made a little comparison of the progress of this. And tweeted about it even. So that night, the legs I couldn't make it, put it on the farm, so I rendered overnight this huge 2K render of Tara with the old shader. This is the milky shader with a bit of glass and transparent neck. And then I tried to get that shader a bit more. So this is super low res renders that I just wanted to see it in different poses. But then at the end, I rendered what? Oh, but then since we were so happy with the results of the legs, I put them on the face. And this is how it looked. It looked totally different, and we lost the milky effect that we had before. This is another super high render that you can see all the wrinkles, and shouldn't be so wrinkly because she's young, I guess. But this is like over we won't see it this big anyway. This is a 4K render, by the way.
Just a question,
yeah.
Because now that I see the bump from super.
Yeah, it's way too much.
No, it's that I see that it's exterior, right? It's like little mountains.
It goes to the but that's It should be inside because there's hair, but
exactly.
It's that's
just commenting what I see.
There's a button for that.
Yeah.
The invert I'm gonna try, but I need to fix the wrinkles. So there, I think I can keep going. Yes, before putting this guy in, I made a little video comparison. Where is the video? Here. So this was to show because when we were in the dailies, when we were talking about the shader of the guys, let me share it. Matteo commented that it would be nice that it looked nice, and I also liked it, and she also and Sarah also liked it, but we were also happy with the legs, so why not trying the legs one? So I made this little video to show the shader working with different setups. Don't look at the background, it's just different, but she was trying to compare the two little shaders. I even did some nice effect with the sequencer, wipe, yes, which is actually animating the offset and the crop at the same time. And yes, oh, look at that. I didn't do that monkey, sorry. Nothing wrong with the monkey, just so yeah, what we really liked was this nice milky effect, and you can actually kind of see inside her brain, and that you can actually see that it's a bit translucent. Right now it was like a little tube, but ideally we want this nice newborn effect. There is a little rigging problem here, Danielle, if you're watching. I also saw it on so Danielle, take a look at this.
And also I saw that the nose is flattened, but that was my fault. I animated the scale without noticing. So you can see that it's like flat like paper.
Really?
Yeah, but now it's corrected.
Wow, I really noticed, but I thought it was the refraction on the nose.
No, it's
my fault. You don't know how much time I spent trying to getting the refraction, because it wouldn't happen on the Tara shading, it would happen on the shot.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. I should have looked at the geometry. But, so it's getting very long, but this makes it sound like I made a lot. Just waiting for renders mainly. No. So in the middle of the week, we had this little drama. We're spending too much time on the characters, but we're actually should be going for a shot and make it final. So we wrote the two characters inside the same shot. Tara was almost done, almost there. So ideally, would be just a matter of linking the caterpillar, which is not so easy. The caterpillar is a mess. The rigging is a mess. So it took more time than we actually expected. The character is still a mess. Everything is local, and it should be local, should be linked. But at least it's easy to tweak the shaders in here. Then I don't know how we're going to do it. I think we just append the shaders. Yeah. So yeah, basically, I'm trying to match the two characters and make them a bit, make it look nicer together. So trying different things in the shader, because of course the characters don't look good because they were shaded with a different lighting. So yesterday and today was mostly about getting them right, and I think that's the last one. And then of course this is like half an hour of work, and this is the difference you notice. And then just try to get the colors right. I was mostly focusing on this shader. And yeah, this is the result. I think it's just, I'm gonna keep working on the actual shot, try to make it a bit more final, add more stuff, floating stuff, more, just trying to make it final. This is ugly, but at least shows the animation. This shows data animated. No, that's not the one, sorry. This. So at least shows a little bit of data. I left this overnight on my computer, and it's way too saturated, but at least it's cool to see it moving. This is the old shader. This is from last night, while the actual one is the one I showed before.
With these horizontal lines, is it compositor or?
The horizontal lines is still the bug that I had some time ago. I still didn't manage to report the bug. It's a compositor, yeah. It's a lens distortion node that I use. It's just, but it looks nice, right? It looks like VHS. It's some sort of a nice video type effect. But yeah, this is the status, and next week we'll see.
What do you think is the best of the lighting setups? Like this one, of course.
I like this one, sort of. Yeah, I like this one, and still, I don't try to get too far with the lighting. Like, okay, this is perfect, because the shaders are being defined now, and I shouldn't focus on the lighting mostly. So I take the lighting. I have a light rig, and I'm moving it around. I have an environment texture that I also move around. So now that we are kind of happy with Sarah's shader, she still doesn't have any hair, any eyelashes, anything.
The eyebrows.
No eyebrows, no anything. She doesn't have anything. I didn't add particles yet. But yeah, we said that instead of focusing on the fine detail of the characters, we would get a shot and then come back and forth. Like, okay, this is good, go back, add a thing, come back, put it on the farm. And I think we are, yeah, and I think the workflow is working, is much better, and yeah. That's it.
This was again one happy video of 90 minutes. That's because you talk too much.
Like the story.
So next week, join us again, and then we have special guests like Thomas Dingers.
Wow.
Julia.
Wow.
And there will be 3 to 5 guests from an animation studio.
Amazing.
Whoa.
Real animation studio.
So we'll get them in half an hour earlier, and then we show them the whole edit. And we got a fresh.
So we have to finish even earlier than before.
I'll put them in the back room.
Are they Blender users?
One. At least. So they become Blender users now. We'll see.
Probably watching.
So I hope everybody fits in. So thank you for watching, and see you next week. Bye.
Bye. Bye.